Hey everyone! For today's video, we decided to do the top 5 construction and engineering fails. Let me know in the comments below some of your ideas for future top 5 videos. Number 5. A 500-foot crane collapses while lifting a section of roof, killing 3 people and injuring 5 more. Local authorities say a combination of strong winds and a heavy crane load contributed to the accident. Number 4. Construction workers in Russia failed to secure a container carrying thousands of gallons of molten steel. The container then leaks the molten metal all over the floor, causing a chaotic scene.
Красота, блядь! Еблан, что ли, чё понимаешь?
Eventually, they get the situation under control without any injuries.
Лепота, ебама, рама! Вот так не работает, нахуй, ебать, лепота, нахуй! Провода горят, нахуй!
Number 3. This beautiful 4,000 square foot mansion in Texas looks like a great place to retire, with its beautiful lake views. But they built the mansion right on the edge of a cliff, and over a few years the cliff started eroding away, which caused sections of the house to collapse. The owners finally decided to burn the home down after local authorities were concerned that people below could be crushed by falling debris.
Dawn of a fatal day, and the wind begins to speak with a roar that no man can fail to hear. In a 40-mile-an-hour gale, the center span weaves like a ribbon in a swinging twist that you wouldn't believe possible unless you could see it as you do now.
Number 2. The Tacoma Narrows Bridge collapsed in 1940, just 4 months after it was constructed. At the time, suspension bridges were still relatively new, and the best construction practices still hadn't been learned. The cause of the collapse was officially labeled as aeroelastic forces that weren't properly compensated for. Aeroelasticity is a complicated branch of physics and engineering that involves the interactions between elastic forces that occur when a body is exposed to fluid and wind conditions. Simply put, the bridge was not stable enough and uncontrollably rocked from side to side, all from relatively minor outside forces. Luckily, no human life was lost during the collapse. The only fatality was a dog that was left in the back of the vehicle after its owner evacuated and left him behind. Number 1. In 1981, an indoor walkway collapsed at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Kansas City, killing 114 people and injuring 216 more. At the time, it was considered to be the most deadly structural collapse in U.S. history, until the events on 9/11 20 years later. Authorities were shocked when they discovered just how this accident occurred. During construction, the workers separated the suspension beams that held the bridge up into 2 separate sections, as you can see here. This forced a single steel bolt to hold 50 tons of weight. Eventually, the bolt gave way and the bridge fell. Inspectors somehow overlooked this simple engineering mistake. The Hyatt Collapse is now taught to engineering students as a classic model for engineering ethics and safety. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to subscribe and check out my previous top 5 video on parking fails.